You hear about it every day. On the TV, on the radio, and they even make movies about it.
Identity thieves. They want to steal your money and ruin your financial reputation.
That would never happen to me. I know enough to protect my identity. You know, don't give out your name, address, or date of birth to strangers.
Well, here's a news flash. Identity thieves don't just steal your stuff like your name and address. They also steal things like your credit card numbers,
Your telephone number,
your medical insurance.
even your social security number can all be stolen and used without permission.
Let's take a look at John and Joe, who both learned a very important lesson on protecting their personal information.
John and Joe are throwing away their old taxes. John carefully shreds his past taxes. Joe takes all of that sensitive information and simply throws it in the garbage. Later that afternoon, an identity thief gathers their trash while no one is looking. He fails to find anything of value in John's paper shreds, but he's able to retrieve some of Joe's
Sensitive information.
The identity thief can take Joe's social security number.
He can rent an apartment, create credit cards, or register a telephone account under his name, and he won't even know until debt collectors come to his house.
The identity thief can also take Joe's medical insurance and use it for his own injuries or diseases, therefore raising Joe's medical bill.
To protect your identity, you should closely check all credit card statements. Read over your credit report at least once a year, and contact the FTC, the police, and your bank as soon as you find a problem.
Wow, alright. Other than shredding my papers, what else can I do to protect myself?
One of the most common types of identity theft is phishing.
Let's take a look back at John and Joe and see how they deal with the problems of phishing over the phone.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. J. I am calling from the Acme Corporation, and our records show you have an overdue bill. The bill is $500, and then there's an additional $60 of interest and penalties. You don't know anything about this bill? Oh, well, it's possible there could be a mix-up. Is your address 123 Main Street? It is? Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. J, could you give me your social security number and let me access your account information?
John says, "Thank you for the time. I will call the company back with the number on my bill." Joe assumes that this is indeed Acme Corporation and gets his identity stolen once again by giving out his social security number.
To protect your identity, you should closely check all credit card statements. Read over your credit report at least once a year, and contact the FTC, the police, and your bank as soon as you find a problem.
So don't give out important information over the phone. What else?
Phishing attacks are very common, so you have to make sure to watch out for them.
Let's check back in on John and Joe and see how they deal with problems of phishing over the internet.
John and Joe are checking their emails. They receive an email from Amazon Accounts. The email tells them that their account has been suspended due to possible third-party access. The email asks them to click a link and input their name and password. Joe, worried about his account, does what the email suggests. John notices something wonky with the email and becomes suspicious. He could have noticed the unprofessional subject, the non-corporate address, the multiple grammar mistakes, or the bad spelling. John decides to log on to Amazon to see if there are actually any problems with his account. Looks like he logged on fine. He decides to be a good Samaritan and report the email to Amazon's fraud department. To protect your identity, you should closely check all credit card statements. Read over your credit report at least once a year, and contact the FTC, the police, and your bank as soon as you find a problem.
Hi, I'm Ian Cavanaugh.
And I'm Caleb Markovitz.
I'm the Senior Patrol Leader of Troop 414.
And I'm the Junior Assistant Scoutmaster.
This was my Eagle project. It was to increase awareness about identity theft and the dangers and how to protect yourself from it.
10 million people a year are victims of identity theft, and more than $1.5 billion are stolen every year just from Americans alone.
These scenarios that you just saw might seem silly, but they happen every day to people all across our country. Stay safe. Thank you.